I'm going on stage tonight, interviewing Tim Booth from James. He's brought a book out.
No, but like, are you a good reader? Like, do you read books? You know what I mean?
Someone from Liverpool asking me if I can read is an insult.
Not many people read, do you?
Murder on the dance floor.
How are you, Kez?
I'm not too bad, how are you doing? You ready for myths?
Can I get another coffee?
Yeah, sure. I've got one here for you.
Girl, you're not changing top? What's happening?
No. Does anyone...
I just want to put that rumour to rest. Hey, is that the rumour stuff?
The rumour stuff?
I did not sleep with Miss World, right? Don't be... that never happened, right?
Does anybody read books?
The only book I've read, seriously, is Cara's.
I thought you saw my autobiography. You've read Cara's book? Why?
To help him sleep.
That's what he was.
Hey, Katie.
Is James from Manchester? No.
He's a Leeds fan. I know that, but I think he...
Oh, his album's not that
they're seen as a Manchester band.
No, his new album's good, isn't it?
Thank you.
I think he went to number 1.
Yo.
Yeah, it is number one.
Yeah, number 1, yeah. He's amazing, actually.
No, he's cool, yeah.
He's actually a mythical character. Do you know what he's done? He's actually someone who has just stayed at a consistent level for like 30 years, rather than sort of like have them ups and downs. Like he's just gone, like he's just...
Right.
Oh, books. So you don't...
Do you read books?
It depends what mood I'm in to read books. But if I like a book, I like it. You know what I mean? I don't put it down.
Yeah, you go for it.
Yeah. But
I'm gonna try and get Dune. I might get it on audio book because like I've done the films and they've left me a bit wanting Dune. I've been waiting for Dune, that film, to come for ages, and it's coming. It's not done it for me.
So there's a book, is there?
There's a book, yeah. Some people say it's quite a hard read, but I might get it on audio book.
what's that?
The film Dune. Have you seen sci-fi? No. You haven't seen it?
No, I can't do sci-fi.
You can't do sci-fi. Well, I'm not going to talk to you
anything
about
that's supernatural and shit, like people like floating and flying.
Did you watch Game of Thrones?
No.
You not watch Game of Thrones? You know.
I can't watch anything like that.
Game of Thrones. Are they raspberry?
Let's see.
Here we go. It's the big test every single week.
No.
They're not.
No.
What's going on?
Jesus Christ, is it too much to ask?
There's a shortage of raspberry.
Yes, you can get them.
What does Beyonce get when she goes into her dressing room? She gets poppies and flowers, a fucking raspberry chocolate.
That's all it is. It's not a lot to ask. Raspberry mini rolls. We had to, what's it called? One time remember when I was doing that television show, Friday Night It's All Right? We had Mariah Carey on. And they had to change the whole dressing room, all white, and get white kittens.
Who's that?
Mariah Carey.
See?
It was amazing.
See? You listening?
And the room was amazing. When you looked in it, I said, yeah, if I was Mariah Carey, I'd do that and all. I'd get all white, get kittens.
What's the point in the kittens?
Because she wants to see kittens running around.
Her own kittens or other people's kittens?
Just kittens.
So you got to rent kittens in for Mariah Carey?
Yeah.
That was her rider. That's what she wanted.
Yeah, but isn't that stupid?
Is it stupid?
It's stupid, right? It is.
I don't think it's stupid. I think it's superstar business. Fine, that's what they do.
We're going to start on that. So what would your wildest rider be if you could have something in the dressing room, like if we could set up for you here, stick to football, a private dressing room, what would you have?
I'd have a load of puppies.
Would you?
Would you?
Yeah, about 20 German Shepherd puppies. Yeah, brilliant.
Probably. Well, if that's the case, then I'd want some little kittens in there or something.
You know, like a zoo.
I probably want kittens in there. If I'm going to go to that, I'll say, just have a couple of kittens running around the gaff. That's all I want. I don't need anything else.
I'd have a cow. I'd just sit on a cow.
Oh, I've got an amazing vision of you on a cow now.
Just go in there. I want a horse. I just want a horse.
I just sit on it just in my underwear and a dicky boat. Sat on a cow.
You all right? It's too graphic, that. Sounds like something you've done.
I was like Lewis Capaldi in his music video.
We didn't ask you what your fantasy is. What would you like in the green room? Our thing was get home from school, have tea early.
What would you have for tea? Because that's not a black thing.
Do you understand what tea is?
No, that's what I'm telling you.
Okay, it's just another word for dinner.
It's dinner at 5 o'clock.
They call it tea for then.
When you were a kid, when did you eat?
Sob story coming up.
Get ready, everybody.
I've got in the next cubicle, stood on the toilet. Sprinted out of there. Went through the window, landed out in the street glass. It was like the Wild West. But I still had my bottle of wine in my hand.
As I opened the door to escape through, Arsene Wenger just came out. Ian, this is not acceptable. Would Phil ever say to you, come on, girl, we better do our stretch?
No, it wasn't
Do you know
like
what,
that.
Righty? We used to sit there and look at them and
Just
say,
say, what?
look at these heads.
Feels like chicken tonight, like chicken tonight.
That's great acting.
This week's episode of Stick to Football brought to you by Sky Bet. We're going a little bit rogue, and myself, Wazza, Roy and Ian are going to be doing a show called MythBusters. Okay,
Right, go on, who's first?
who's going first?
Let me go.
Who shall I go first on?
Go first on Waz.
Go first on Wazza. I'm going first on Wazza. Is it true that at Euro 2004, I was there, so I'm not quite sure that this did happen,
Nervous here.
you rode a cow, you watched Oliver and would sing all the song whenever you got a massage?
Yeah. That's it.
Is it? What was the song you sang?
It's a good movie,
So
isn't
what's the song? Go on, go on.
No, I used to love, do you know the one where, what's his name? He's walking down the street with them and it's for sale. One Boy for Sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that one?
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I like
Love that,
Papa. I like the one with
Yeah.
Nancy singing in there with
Yeah.
big, what's his name, Bill.
I do love that movie. It's a great movie.
It's a great film.
I think I'll have to watch it. When
Oliver.
Have you not
Have you
seen
never
it?
seen Oliver?
I'm not great with films, to be honest with
Jesus
you.
Christ, how can you not
Oh
see
my God.
Oliver Twist?
It's amazing.
What am I sitting here with?
It's great. There's a twist at the end.
Jesus Christ, what can I
There's a
talk to this
twist at
guy
the
with apart from foot? You've not seen Oliver Twist, the Artful Dodger, Fagin?
So you used to sit in a room and, when you were having massages, and I never heard that, or...
Because you were in bed about 6 o'clock. Massage went until like 9.
Oh, you used to have a massage after dinner?
You've got to
I
pick a
could
pocket
never
or
understand
two.
that, Roy, honestly, right? We used to have massages all day, right? There were like 3 or 4 masseurs. And the lads who used to have them after
Oh,
dinner...
Papa. Great film. I'm going to watch it again now. Everyone knows. It's the Cockney as well.
When
You
had-
want that video in your green room. That's your new thing.
Yeah.
Forget the kittens.
You're
Oliver,
gonna-
Oliver
No,
on.
No, he's got me with
Yeah.
Oliver. I
I'm
love
with you.
Oliver.
Brilliant. Sorry, Gary.
Sorry, Gal. Go on, sorry.
Why
Or
would
there
you have,
was-
why would you
there
have a
was after dinner.
you had dinner, you're just winding back and you have a massage.
I used to get one about 9, but then always after me was the last ones was JT and Lamps, and then they used to get Bill, who was the Chelsea masseuse, was in there. He'd massage them, and then they go in bed and they go in, they get the feet out the end of the bed, he massage the feet until they fall asleep. It's gospel truth. Massage the feet till they fall asleep, and then he took them in.
Do you know
I swear
No wonder
I
we're
swear to
fucking
God.
lost.
But isn't it, you know, you used to
I swear to God.
You know, used to annoy me. You know, the lads who do the massages, they'd all get a bit cocky, wouldn't they? They'd settle into the club or the team. Then they think they're running the show and they've got the music. And then the team wins something, all the masseurs will be out on the pitch and you're like, just relax, lads.
What are you digging out the masseuse for?
No, they all get a bit cocky. They all do, every one of them. United was the same.
So the thing about masseurs is, for me, that I can't remember who it was.
I'm telling you.
It was a manager who told
And they
me...
want bonuses. They want to be in on the bonuses.
Just something...
They
I
want to be
know
on
what
the
you're saying.
We're having a night out, free bar. They're bringing... Then they're coming with all their mates. You're like, you're bringing your mates. You're like, relax. Fucking hell. Are we getting medals? No, you're not getting a medal. Oh, well.
I did used to...
Am I right? But please back me up here.
What used to piss me off is they come round and say, can you sign this shirt?
Yeah,
Because
I'm telling
it's
you.
It's his 100 cap.
Am I right, Gary? Yeah, of course, lads.
He hasn't got a
Stop
cap.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop it, you two.
Yeah.
Do you know something?
And then they'd be wearing their headphones as if they were like players, you know what I mean? All the trendy
when they're coming
gear.
off the bus,
Yeah,
and
and they have the headphones, you're going, just relax, relax. Oh my God. Anyone selling their car? And then they're trying to buy a player's car on the cheap and all. You're like, lads, relax. Sorry, Gary, sorry.
Good.
Sorry,
Go on there before you choke.
sorry. You know what I'm talking about.
It was a manager, I can't remember who it was, who said to me that the masseurs are amongst the most important employees for a manager.
That's rubbish.
Why?
Who said that?
Who said
Give
that?
us the name.
And I'm trying to think, he said, because I will probably see, I'm trying to think exactly who it was. And he said, because the manager will spend probably like a minute or 2 minutes talking to a player a day. The masseur has them for an hour,
course.
one-on-one, and whatever he fills their head with when they're sort of whinging or they're whining.
That's
or
my
they're saying they're not
point,
playing.
Gary. It backs up.
And he said, basically, you need your masseurs, they're the rooms of truth, whereby you need people in there who are good people, who can sort of bring them back online, not let them get carried away, who are...
No, what happens to them? They become mates for them. I'm telling you,
That's-
they
you know what I
play
mean? So-
golf for them. And then they think they're a coach, and they think they're a manager, and they're best buddies with all the players.
And then before you know it, they're an agent.
Yeah, you're an agent.
Thank you very much.
Or
No,
they're
but
advising
I'm
them.
there
I
with you,
swear,
man.
I've seen it all.
I'm there with you, Roy.
Thank you. And then the lads you get, I couldn't understand the lads who used to get massages right before the match, but they'd have a massage. There was a lad, we used to go away with Ireland, and he brought his own.
Uh-oh.
He had his own guy come with us. Anyway, that's another story. But I used to be looking at him before the match, and you're going to do a big game, and he'd be having a proper massage like you'd have if you're away with your wife for a weekend. He's getting his back done. I'm looking at him going, you cannot be ready to go to battle. By the time he came off the bench, he's been getting a massage now for 40 minutes, and he's all kind of like loose. You're like,
I agree though.
Thank you.
When I used to get on, I used to just get like my calves done. Like,
I
quick,
get that. Yeah,
quick, like 5 minutes.
You're
just
off.
to-
But these lads are getting their arms, and he's coming off the bench. He's baby oil everywhere. And then the game starts. You're looking on. He can't raise a gallop. Mentally, I need that massage. Well, stop doing the massages. You're fucking useless. I'll have a massage. The massage is the answer. I said to all these players, when you were younger, were you getting massages before games? When you were 16, 17. No, you weren't. So everyone knows, if I don't get a massage before training, they think they can't play properly. Jesus,
Okay.
good
So-
point, these masseurs, yeah.
That's
I get
that.
rid of all of them.
Yeah.
Honestly, I get rid of all of them.
Can't get rid of
No,
massage.
you would. You'd have maybe one. You keep one fella.
How have we got onto this from Oliver?
I know.
You know
Twist, by the
something?
way?
You're never
Oliver
quite
Twist.
sure when the pin's going to come out the grenade on this show. you just say the simple word massage, and all of a
That's it, it's
sudden,
done.
we're done.
I didn't realise he had that much pent-up anger
And do you know
from
what else they
masseuse.
do? Do you know what else they do? They hang around and they get players' boots. Do you not want these boots? And they end up having loads of boots. So lads, trainers, just like scavengers in the dressing room. I'd get rid of all of them.
Leave this.
No, I'll get rid of all the masseurs, honestly. Everyone. And then you've managers going, they're really important. No, they're not important. That's my point. They're not important.
I think the point that was trying to be made was that they have a lot of time one-on-one with the players.
Yes.
And what they say to the
I hear
players
that.
is really important.
I hear that.
Exactly. And
I hear
they
that.
give them a lot of bull.
But at the same time, it does run into other things.
Yeah,
All
of
a sudden,
course.
we've
The medical
seen-
staff, all
I've
that,
seen
of course.
masseuses become agents.
Anyway, Wazza, this is your
on.
MythBusters.
Kitman.
Kitman as well. Kitman, come
Kitmen
on.
are a nuisance. Tickets, bonuses, fucking
Nurses.
Hey, I like nurses. Hey, we need nurses. We don't need masseurs.
Are you doing?
Sorry,
what are
Wayne.
you going? Are
This
you
question
going
is
to
you
someone
so-
else?
Sorry,
no,
that's really
I think we're going to
rude. Sorry.
concentrate on. Well,
Okay.
Sorry,
well, we were
sorry.
going to
We
concentrate
want
on
to
this.
concentrate on wives.
sorry.
Okay.
Well, that's
cool.
the
Go
nice
on then,
thing
go on
about
then.
this show. It
Just goes.
veers off in different directions
Yep.
beautifully. On one occasion, you were a mascot at Goodison Park, aged 10. You chipped Neville Southall from outside the area. You've been practicing it all week, and Southall called you a flash bastard.
Yeah.
Did you do that?
Yeah, well, I was waiting for the game for, felt like forever. It was at Anfield, and I think it was the only game in recent years which got called off because of the rain. So I was waiting, honestly, for months. So it got rescheduled. So then, when it got rescheduled, I went as mascot, and there was Dave Watson was Everton captain, John Barnes was Liverpool captain. So when you go out, it was when the goalkeepers used to take the mascot out, and
Yes.
Yeah.
you'd
Oh, yeah.
have,
Just have a little kick about.
mess around with him. So twice it happened. So Southall's rolled it out. So I think, so I could see him looking at me. He'd say, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
So then he's rolled out again. I've had another couple of little shots into his arm. He's rolled out. I think him again. He's got me a little bastard. He's a little bastard.
What age were you in?
Absolutely. 10. 10 of us. So,
Oh, Liverpool, that's pleasantries, though.
with Southall, I was ball boy for years at Everton, at Goodison. So I'd been ball boy when all yous were playing. Remember we played Newcastle at Goodison, and it was 1-0 to Newcastle, and we scored in like the 88th minute or something. So the ball's come out of play, so as it's there, I'm thinking, good point here. I've started walking dead slow to get the ball. It's hard to waste time. Southall has just absolutely battered me. And I've like shit myself around, jumped the ball. But yeah.
The first meal you ever cooked in your life was in 2003, steak and chips for yourself and Colleen on a George Foreman grill, and you had to ring her for help.
No, it's false. It was actually for Colleen and her parents. I just bought me first.
So what's false, the fact that it was for you and Colleen?
Well, the fact that I cooked it.
You didn't cook it?
No. So it was. I just bought my first house in Formby. So me and Colleen obviously were moving in, and then her mum and dad were coming up for dinner. So I said I'd cook. for them. So I went to the Italian round the corner, got steak and chips, something which I thought they might believe I've cooked.
Right.
Put it out, put all the rubbish in the bin, and took the credit for the.
Brilliant. Oh, that's a good idea.
Did they like it? Did they suspect that you?
Well, if they didn't, it was the restaurant's fault.
At Everton, you once chucked a bucket of cold water over David Moyes whilst he was on the toilet. Moyes never found out it was you.
Yeah, so in the
I was hoping you were going to say no.
Moyes ran in off the training pitch. He must have desperately needed the toilet, ran in, straight into the first team dressing room, which was not far from where you run in. Straight on the toilet, closed the door, and I knew what was happening. I could see them all looking at me, see them filling the bucket up.
Give it to you.
They were like, there you go. So I was like, well, I've got in the next cubicle, stood on the toilet. Sprinted out of there. Got out of there, yeah. But
Did he come out vexed?
I was gone. Mate. I'd done it and was off. I wasn't waiting around for him to come out.
BetterHelp. Life does move fast, things change, and if you're having a bad day or a bad time, it really does sometimes help to go and get therapy and just take stock of things and get some support. That happened to me back in 2000 after the enormous high of winning a treble. Within 6 months, I was playing terribly. I'd given away 2 goals in a World Club Championship, and I'd had a relationship breakup of about 7 years, and it really did come on top for me. And at that time, I went and sought help for the very first time in my life from a therapist. And when I hit those difficult moments, whether it be just a mundane day or whether it be something that happens in one of the businesses or something that happens in life, those 6 or 8 sessions that I had with that therapist, psychologist back at that time, those coping mechanisms I still use to this day. Visit betterhelp.com/STF today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/STF. When you were first called up to the England squad in February 2003, you fell asleep in your hotel room before the first team meeting. They had to get a spare key from reception to get into your room and wake you up.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't remember that. I would have been in the squad. Well, was it Sunderland? Oh no, West Ham.
It was West Ham, yeah.
Australia game.
No, I've done that a few times where I fell asleep because when I like to have a sleep in the afternoon as well, and when I go to sleep, I sleep with the
the hairdryer on.
I have an hairdryer on, like blowing in my face, and sometimes
A hot hairdryer?
It was cold, but sometimes that blanks the alarm and I sleep through.
So what, you needed that white noise or just...
I still have it now.
Jesus.
So if I'm in a hotel on my own, I'll have a hairdryer on.
Why don't you have a sleep story instead of a hairdryer?
I've tried all
other
different
things.
I've tried the apps and tried everything yet, but
Does it have to be
I think it's
close or is it just you can feel a little bit?
there, it's right there.
Jesus Christ.
Not all night.
All night, yeah.
Fucking hell.
I've had one which burnt out and
What, one of the
I was
hairdryers?
I was in DC. I woke up and it was melted into my leg.
Please don't do this at home.
There was
Put those subtitles across the
the
bottom.
pillow
mate.
was blown out.
Because it was on for so long.
Yeah.
Weren't you scared that was something like that could just blow up? Jesus, Wayne.
Yeah. But, no.
And you're still doing it to this day? You're still doing it now?
Yeah, so if I'm in a hotel by myself, I'll have it on, yeah.
Do you know something? We did something in one morning with England on the day at morning of a game.
Shit himself.
Let's hear it so we can find out.
So we
if you
literally,
did.
me and him were in this room in the morning. We were bored. I can't remember what else was in there.
The morning of the game, right?
It was the morning of the game. We were just bored. We were just in there, like nothing to do. And there was some matches, weren't there? And it was like probably about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, because he used to get up early, we'd have breakfast, and basically we lit the matches, and we set fire to a robe.
My robe was the pocket on the robe.
Oh, it set fire to his robe.
Why?
I don't know, we were just bored. It's not really something I've done before or since, right, to be honest with you, but maybe.
What happened?
I think I've probably influenced him.
Anyway, the smoke goes up, and the smoke alarm goes off. And not only does the smoke alarm go off, the whole hotel has to be evacuated. So we're all outside morning of a game. Every single guest in like an 180-bed hotel, which obviously wasn't just us, outside for about half an hour. Anyway, worse than that, the fire engines turn up. There's 4 of them turn up because obviously the England team are there. They go inside, and then they find out what's happened, and we sort of like go and see. Who do we go?
No,
and
so then he starts going, we have to tell Stephen Coleman's man, you know, we have to tell Steve.
We have to.
And I'm like, no chance. See, I'm stood outside.
A difference in approach, you see.
I'm stood outside. I've got the robe on. I've got a big bird there. No chance to tell him. So anyway, he's gone in. He told Steve.
I told. It was Steve McLaren was the manager, wasn't it? I told Steve. Said Steve, look, it was me and Waz. It happened by mistake, type thing. Anyway, it did not go down well at all. The fire chief had gone to the security and said, "Look, we've been pulled out. There could be a..." And it was that was a lesson really in terms of
wasting your time.
Yeah, but we obviously didn't expect that. Even if the smoke alarm goes off, they can isolate the room and find out there isn't a fire. We didn't think for 1 second that obviously the smoke alarm was going to. Next, then everyone was going to be outside, and certainly not that the fire engines were going to turn up.
What are you doing in matches?
It was where some lads not burn the laces.
Oh yeah.
Oh, to keep them so they don't.
Like we were in the. We were in the masseur room. So
I was having my arms done.
I've obviously influenced him that morning because
He's easily led on.
Yeah, I know.
Easily.
Yeah, I'm very surprised at that with you.
Not a good story.
Yeah, not a good story.
That's a terrible. That's so irresponsible.
Because when they're busy, your hotel's somewhat a host.
Oh no, but we didn't expect it for 1
everyone's
second.
laughing, but you know.
I know, but it's very irresponsible, both of you.
Right, next up's Ian.
Okay.
Rio Ferdinand spoke about when you signed for West Ham. You used to drive past his mum's house to take him to training.
Yeah. Remember, I used to pick him up, and there was a time as well where he had a back problem, and I think he had a Mercedes at the time, and it was causing him a problem. So I'd just go and pick him
Tell
up.
him to get a massage.
No, I should have got him to get a massage, but like I used to pick Rio up. Yeah.
That's nice, eh?
Well, it's just, you just feel like it was something to do. Not just something to do, but I just felt like it was a duty as I'm going past that way. You know what I mean? So I didn't have no problem. I'll pick him up, drop him off.
Would he pay for fuel or no, you just
You know something? It's really weird because, like, when you do that, you're doing it. And after a while, as much as you can afford it, you do want someone to say,
yes, yeah.
I'll do the petrol.
Exactly.
I'll do the petrol.
Yeah.
I can't remember it happening.
Right.
I'm not going to hold it against him because, it wasn't a problem, but like, sometimes...
No chance that was happening with Rio, mate.
No chance.
Did you pick anybody up on the way, or did someone pick you up, ever?
I used to pick Wes up a few times, yeah.
Roy, did you pick anything? Did you used to go
I used to
training?
maybe sometimes around Dennis. I used to pick Dennis up sometimes, or he'd pick me up certainly for matches and stuff. And I think I used to drop some of the younger players off at United sometimes if they were outside and they were waiting for taxis, Shazy and people like that, Fletcher. I definitely dropped them off a few times, yeah.
Right, next one. Is it true you once did an advert for Chicken Tonight?
Who's that to?
Yeah. Why you
Sorry, because it would be you. Because
You know something? Can I be honest?
That personality.
It was so...
Jesus.
At the
Where's
time...
the iPad? Apparently
Oh my
we've got
God,
it.
I'm
I'm being
sorry.
told we've got
Oh,
it.
for fuck's sake.
Oh, here we go.
Jesus.
Here we go.
You can't wait. Look at you.
Is that why you...
I never seen you some fast.
Is
I'm
that
getting
fucking
glimpses.
Ben can't wait?
I'm
Come
getting
on.
glimpses of
Don't forget
it.
about the
I've seen Stare Crazy.
Yeah, still crazy. It's brilliant.
Let me see
I'm
it.
getting glimpses of
And you know
it.
what?
Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
You know the thing is
That's
as
a
well
great
with this,
movie.
they actually for this, because they wanted me to put a fancy voice on.
How much did you get?
Charity?
I
Was it charity?
It was okay. It done all right. It went towards my mum's house. But it was like, I had to have this lady who used to teach Norman Coward. You know that old actor? Because he had to... No Coward. And they wanted me to speak with that very posh English accent.
Now, there's something slightly more sophisticated than your everyday cooking sauce. It's called Sizzle and Stir from Chicken Tonight. You get 2 pots, you see. The first spices the chicken and turns it tikka red. One feels like chicken tonight, like chicken tonight. Chicken tonight.
Righty, I've never seen that.
Oh.
Then the second pot
It's
is your
Sizzle and Stir.
masterful masala sauce. Chicken tonight, Sizzle and Stir. One could say
Look at
it's
that.
getting too
That's
hard.
great acting.
Wow. What's the dance? Can we go back to the dance?
Don't go
What's
back to the dance. What are you going back to the dance
We can
for?
go back, yeah, we can.
God, just see the dance. What were you doing? You must have got...
There we go.
I hope you got...
Oh, no, hang on.
No,
Yeah, we got...
Something slightly more sophisticated than your everyday cooking sauce. It's called Sizzle and Stir.
That's my first. Yes, that's my voice. It's my actual voice.
2 pots, you see. The first spices the chicken and turns it tikka
I like
red.
Poshy and Wright.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
I know.
Righty, hey. You sold out, pal.
But everyone used to do that, though, didn't they?
Thank you.
They did.
Thank you.
Everyone then after that used to do that.
This is some of my greatest work.
Trying to keep
Can we do it here?
No, my knee's too bad. But you see, with that, people still tell me about like.
Still laugh at it.
Yeah, still. But I ain't got no problem with that.
Wow.
Got well paid for that, and it was a good laugh.
I don't remember you being on that though. That would have been when would that have been?
I was at the height of my powers.
90s, mid-90s.
Yeah.
It's amazing money, you know, what money does to people. Man.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Thanks for showing me that. I love that. I love that. What are you doing? What are you searching for?
It's a long story, this one. I'm going to go to the next one. Did Arsene Wenger catch you roller skating across Highbury's famous marble halls? Is it true that you became a plasterer at the age of 14 also?
Yeah. I left school at about 14.
I mean, a plasterer?
Well, I went to do plaster. I wasn't a plasterer. I was fucking 14.
Did you have a white van? Were you driving a white van or a man at 14?
Yeah, we're driving the van with like blocks on my feet to do the fucking accelerator. No, when I left school, you know what I mean? There's one of this. My friend's next door neighbour was a builder, and he wanted a labourer, and it was to do plastering. But they never got me doing plastering. I'd done a little bit of plastering, but I was there to like be a labourer.
Of course,
you know what I mean? So you know what I mean? It was I'd done that, but I was a terrible plasterer. I was with him for about 3 years as well. Terrible plasterer. I tried the brickwork. You know what I mean? I just couldn't do it. And I could literally just do labouring. I was a labourer. That's what I was.
All right, but
Good.
that's
You know?
good.
Good grounding.
It was a good grounding because it made me realise once I got through the trial at Palace, I used to think about, you know, when I used to be touching cold scaffolding at 7 in the morning and stuff when I was 14, 15. And I used to actually think that with some of the players that I used to see when I'd go to train, especially at Palace, I'd say, these lot need like a week on the building site. That changed everything for them.
And when you were on the building side, did you ever imagine you'd be doing like a chicken commercial? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like chicken.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Once you focus,
Yeah, exactly.
you end up getting the chicken
It's a
adverts.
great example.
You get the chicken adverts.
All the kids out there.
And what was the other one with the
Roller skating across
this was
Highbury's famous marble halls. Did Arsene Wenger catch you?
Yeah, he did, yeah. This is one of the greatest moments. And this is when I knew that it's over for me with Wenger, because it was the year.
So we're roller skating.
It was the year, it was the year before we won the Premier League. And I remember I just got into the rollerblades. And like at Arsenal, when you used to get there was a bit where we used to park our cars, and the car park was smooth. You know what I mean? It was so smooth. And I was doing my rollerblading in there, and I was going to say, let me take them off. Because I went an hour earlier than I'd normally have to be there, so I could do some rollerblading. And then I thought, you know, I don't even need to take them off. I just get to the dresser, and then I'll give them to Vic, so Vic can hide them. And so when we got through, I said, yeah, I could just go through the marble halls. No one's ever done that. And so I remember I came through, went up the stairs with the skates, came down, and I opened the door, and I'm not joking. As I opened the door and I done to skate through, Arsene Wenger just came out, and so we kind of went past each other like this, looking at each other like that. And I remember him. I remember as we was going past, Wayne, right? He went like this. Ian, this is not acceptable. You know what I mean? And I knew then he was livid. I've never seen him angry. Because even when the guys came in, he said about what I'd done and how
like disrespected the club, you mean,
it was, and this and that. And you know the thing is, I didn't even think for 1 second it was irresponsible. Like, could have twisted my ankle. It's a fucking day of a game. I could have twisted my ankle. I didn't even, for 1 minute, think how irresponsible I was being.
How nice was that entrance to Highbury? Is that what you?
Honestly, how great was the marble? It's like you're coming into history. You know what I mean? It's beautiful.
You got some scratches on the floor, though.
Yeah. No, because it was.
To be fair, though, you actually are staying off your feet, aren't you?
But
You think about it, you're not putting pressure on your feet, you're staying off your feet.
I'm on the wheels. And the thing is, I was pretty good at that time. You know what I mean? That's pretty good. But like, yeah, that's one I'm not proud of, because like obviously the year after that I was gone. Right. Didn't even know.
Roy, is it true that when you were the manager of Ipswich Town, you took them to a military camp during pre-season training?
Yeah.
Why?
Something a bit different, mix it up a little bit. But it kind of backfired, really. It just, you think it's going to bring everyone together, and it was early in the season. I was still getting to know the players, and no one really enjoyed it. You know, we slept overnight, we slept in the tents, and everyone was just a bit, yeah.
See, was it?
Brucey did.
Sorry?
Brucey.
Did Alex do that? Maybe he might have done it. Yeah, he might have done it.
told me about that, yeah.
And you try these things as a manager or whatever, and you think it'd bring everyone together, and you'd have a laugh, and you'd all be singing.
Why wouldn't that work if it was over intense and you're all together?
Well, I say it didn't work. Maybe it just...
Did it bring them together?
We didn't... The way I look at it, we didn't win many games after it. I was thinking, it brings you together maybe on the football pitch. But I think it was too early. I wasn't at the club long enough, and the group and the lads were coming and going, and we didn't have a settled group. So this idea of bringing everyone together, I think the timing was wrong. I think these things can work. I'm always open-minded to stuff.
I remember we went to, when I first joined United, I think it was you organised it. We went on water rafting.
Did we do
Yeah,
that?
Wales.
Yeah. Well, listen, every club.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Listen, you try all these stuff.
It's a few rocks like this.
Yeah.
And
it was freezing, wasn't it? I think it was freezing.
We paintballing and stuff like that, though, didn't we, Fred?
We do, yeah, all that. Listen, of course, but the timing, you got to get the timing right. Yeah. And I think it was pre-season, so I was just maybe a bit off.
Is it true that you had 4 amateur boxing fights and won them all?
Yeah.
Wow.
But is
there any footage of it or anything?
No, I've got pictures at home.
How old was
me
you?
with my gloves on, I would have been 10, 11.
Is it?
Just a young kid. My brother boxed a lot longer. My younger brother had over 50 amateur fights.
Wow.
So about 4 fights, yeah. But I enjoyed it. I loved the training, the kind of training you have to do, the running and the sparring. I did like the bit of boxing.
You just stopped?
No, because I was 11 or 12. Then I was playing soccer and I was playing hurling and football, and you kind of had to give up. I had to start dropping 1 or 2 sports at that age. I might have dropped it when I was about 13 or 14. Maybe I was a bit older. But the boxing, I used to love the boxing, yeah.
Was it true that when you were younger, Rockmount manager Timmy Murphy nicknamed you Boiler Man?
Yeah.
If there was a problem with the furnace and no one else could deal with the heat, you send in the Boiler Man.
Yeah, that's not cheap. That's it.
You've got the plaster in the ear and the Boiler Man. Very laughing to the ear.
What, you fixed the boiler?
No, wait, shut up.
I'm asking you.
The boiler, like playing in midfield, you know what I mean? Get things going and...
He wasn't actually a plumber.
Yeah.
Right. So I was thinking, did he come, if something's wrong with the boiler, he came and fixed it?
This when we were kids, 13, 14 years of age, Timmy, a good manager, he's not well at the moment. And he would, and Gina, my other manager, they would get instructions, they weren't wrong. They weren't walking on calling me the boiler man. You know what I mean? It's just he's obviously got interviewed one time and he said that. But yeah, they were good days back at the old schoolboy days at Rockmount. Brilliant days.
Sunderland. So after Craig Gordon had a poor performance, Roy lined up 8 or 9 players to try and beat him from 25, 30 yards out.
I heard this story.
If they scored, he'd give them 1k. If they missed, they gave him £100. He made £800 from the session.
Yeah, but
What happened?
Do you know what I made? I think I made £800 or £900, but I probably lost the dressing room. Yeah, I did. Do you know what? Again, management.
How did it come about? What happened?
We were at pre-season. We were playing down in the Algarve somewhere, and we were playing a friendly match. And Craig's in goal, and there was a free kick about 40 yards out, and he gets beaten from about 40 yards out. And after the game, I went, and he had a wall. I said, "What are you having a wall for? Like fucking miles away." I went, "I tell you, I said, I'm going to go and goal tomorrow." And you're trying to have a bit of banter as well. You know what I mean? Trying to have a bit of fun, but it's pre-season. I said, "I'll go and goal tomorrow, lads. If any of you want to take a free kick against me," I said, "Go 20 yards out. I'm going to have no wall." And I said, "If any of you score, I'll give you £1,000. And if you miss, obviously give me 100. So the next day, the training, it was like a warm down, and I went, all right, I got the gloves off. I think Raymond, the goalkeeper coach. So I went, lads, if any of you want to try it, so I'm thinking 1 or 2 might try it. 8 or 9 start walking. So I get in the goal, and Sunderland, let's take a strike the ball, and I had no wall, and they're just in the middle of the goal, about 20 yards out. So I'm thinking, I could be 9,000 down here. Because you're thinking 1 or 2 will definitely score. You know, just if they hit the target and hit it properly, I wouldn't be able to get near it. And but the goalkeepers, like the kind of banter I was trying to have, I remember the 2 or 3 goalkeepers who were together, and obviously Craig, they were looking down like, I think they thought I was disrespecting them.
Yeah.
But anyway, 8 or 9 turned up. So
You know what? You was.
But I agree. It's so hard. If I was practicing free kicks, if I've got a wall in place, it's so
it gives
much,
you a line. That's
so
my
much
point.
easier.
Yeah, that was.
If there's no wall, it's so much harder.
Yeah, that was my point. Listen, I know what you're saying a little bit, but sometimes again, it's pre-season. Remember, you're trying to have a little bit of banter with people, and afterwards.
And you knew the players as well, didn't you?
I knew the players. Yeah, and listen, and it was more the goalkeepers were annoyed, not the group. The players who came down were like, "This is a great laugh. We're getting £1,000 each tonight." And 8 or 9 came up, and no one scored. Yeah.
Did you make some good saves?
Yeah, I made some decent saves. Well, it was £1,000 for each shot.
He broke his wrist.
You bet your fucking life I was diving down. I was like Peter Shilton. So I was diving on, honestly, and they had a little bit of a laugh, but I think, again, I lost.
Did they, and they paid you, right?
Well, strangely enough, they were very slow in paying me, and this was where it kind of backfired a little bit. So the next day, we did another friendly, as you do, you play 2 or 3 games. Again, it was down the Algarve. And the next game we were playing, and I was thinking, no one's fucking paid me yet.
Yeah.
And it was half-time, and I think the game wasn't the way I was hoping it was going. So I'm having to go to the players. I went, listen, lads, you need to be better. And I went, and I better get my fucking money tonight. I did. I went, you better pay me that money tonight. I'm fucking telling them. 8 or 9 lads came up after the game and gave me fucking about time. I swear. Because I would have had to pay them.
Yeah.
But that was.
Any more for Roy?
There's one more.
Go on, give it us, because he's great fun.
Did you get barred from Larry Lloyd's pub, the stage door, when at Nottingham Forest?
Rubbish. The amount of stories that people said about me getting barred from pubs and bars in Manchester
You
and
can't
Nottingham.
remember?
No, I can't remember, all right. Absolute rubbish.
Yeah. No, I never heard. Where have these come from? Do we know?
Yeah. Ben made them up.
I got thrown through a bar window.
We've got
Nottingham.
we've got the ban in order. We've got the ban in order. We've got evidence.
We just heard. Unbelievable.
Here's a video. No, I didn't.
No, tell us again. You just
I was in a wine bar one night, and I'd just come to United, and I remember I went back to Forest to check on my house, and the reserves were playing, but I had a kind of sneaky night out. I was in this wine bar, and again, I'd just gone to United. But I'd been to Forest. Obviously, I used to go drink when I was a Forest player. And a couple of idiots in there, the usual stuff, particularly bouncers. And I was drinking. It was like a wine bar, but I used to drink the wine from the bottle, and I wouldn't have the glass. It was like cheap wine,
Yeah.
£6. And I was with a few lads, and a few words said, and this guy, and he threw me out through the window. I went through the window and the door. So I went through the window, landed out in the street, glass. It was like the Wild West. I was on the floor, but I still had my bottle of wine in my hand. I was looking glass everywhere. Not,
So you were
not that pub, not that.
You were thrown out the stage door, not banned from it.
No, this is a different bar.
Different bar,
This is a
okay.
different bar, not that one. I was
Right.
never barred. I don't think I was ever set foot in that place.
I'm going to do Gary's, yeah? I can't see because my eyes have got tears in them. Okay. Apparently, you had a pre-match superstition, including always wearing white underwear on match days because of this superstition.
Yeah.
Why?
I just wore white underpants, I think, first time I played for United, and never wore any other colour underpants every time I played football. Wore white underpants. Not the same pair, it could be different pairs.
Did you swap with Phil? No, just yours, like, but you wear white as well.
Before the game, when him and Phil, you'd be sat in there just as relaxing. Everyone sat around and just chilling, or someone listening to music on the headphones and stuff. And you just look in the corner, and him and Phil are just there doing the fast feet like that. Just like relax, man.
I can see Gary Keane.
Just like Keane.
Just get sharp.
I used to watch him. He used to tire me out watching them do it.
Even Phil, come on, Phil, let's do it. Come on.
Do you know something? I also, it's about massages before. I used to have, in the same bed, off the same masseur, literally a 2-minute rub on my back before I went. Do you remember me having that? Before I went out? Literally 2 minutes. Did nothing for me. No, there's no sort of impact that massage could have had on me.
Mentally,
and it meant that I had it every single game before I went out to play and warm up. Unbelievable.
It's a
Things to do.
superstition.
I always remember Jim Ryan, the coach, came to me and he said to me, Gary, do you honestly think Manchester United's success is dependent upon whether you wear white underpants? And he also then said to me, you've played thousands of times and hundreds of thousands of times you've kicked a football and you're putting all your sort of, if you like, importance upon these stupid things, you know what I mean? It's like...
It's your routine, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it was a routine. Yeah, it's routine. But it was a good lesson for me as well in that.
Right, okay, Gal, what about this? Okay. Is it true that in your teens, you'd go to the chippy 4 or 5 times a week?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you also, we had tea at 5:30 when we got home from school, and then we'd literally have chippy supper.
Not that chippy we went to, that one.
That one, or when we moved up the road, further up the road, go to another one, Golden Moon.
So what do you have for your supper?
Yeah.
Chips and gravy, chips and curry.
Supper?
Yeah. 7:30, yeah. Unbelievable.
What, didn't you have no pie or fish and chips or something?
No,
Just chips?
on if we were having a fish tea, we would, but literally on a Saturday, I'd have pasty and chips every Saturday lunchtime. But 4 times, 5 times a week, our thing was get home from school, have tea early.
What would you have for tea? Because that's not a black thing.
Could be
No, seriously, it's not. You know, I mean, I remember you go to your white friend's house and he'd say, "You're gonna have to go. We're gonna have our tea." And I'd be thinking,
It could be like Lancashire
You
hot pot.
could
It
drink
could
your tea,
be.
and I could watch you drink your tea.
No, it's cottage pie. It's shepherd's pie. It's. I don't know.
I used to want to go to my friend's house for tea because we never had tea.
There would always
Because
be.
you were busy plastering, weren't you?
I remember the first time I went to my friend's house when I stayed for dinner and they had Yorkshire pudding. Yeah. I thought I just tasted heaven. It was the best thing I'd ever tasted.
I'm not a fan of
Didn't you have
roast dinner.
that?
No, I'm just not a fan of roast dinner. We did have it on a Sunday, but I'm not a fan of roast
That was 3-4 times a week.
Yeah, just.
And what's it now, 7 times a week?
So, Gal, there wasn't a lot of cooking going on in your house, or?
No, we cooked. No, my mum. Do you understand what tea is?
No, that's what I'm fucking telling you.
Okay, so
It's just another word for dinner.
it's dinner at 5 o'clock for northern people from sort of Lancashire.
Right.
You'd have
For
tea.
my kids now, we'll have as soon as they get home from school, they'll have the tea.
At 4
But
o'clock.
then me and Colleen will eat a bit later.
Yeah.
Right.
So 5 o'clock, you'd have
Obviously,
tea.
you'd be in school all day.
Before 5, you'd eaten. So you've
Separate
finished.
rooms.
You're done. You've eaten at sort of 8 o'clock in the morning breakfast. You've had your lunch at school at 12 o'clock. You get home. You'd have 4, 5 o'clock tea. That's your food done for the day. And then you just have a chippy supper.
I've never had a chippy, so I've had like tea and cup of tea and toast or something.
And what can you have with the tea? Just like toast and tea or
No,
cake?
it's not tea.
No, it's a dinner. It's an actual dinner.
It's not tea. It's fucking dinner. But it's at 5
What the
o'clock.
fuck they calling it tea for then? I'm just confused, bro. I'm not even joking. I'm trying to find out something here.
And would you have something to eat after that? Late in the evening, like cereal at
That was-
9:30?
No, that was a chippy supper at 7:30, 8 o'clock.
I get that.
Well,
I'm
no,
saying then,
you
like,
wouldn't eat again after that. No.
9
no,
or 10,
no,
bowl
no,
of cereal.
No,
He's never been awake past 10 o'clock in his life.
I know. Right. Okay, that's the thing. I'm gonna revisit that at some stage. The tea stuff. Okay. So, Gal, did you and David Beckham live together in Bolton, and did you cook stir fry? And did he cook stir fry for you?
Him and Victoria stayed at my house for 2 weeks whilst Victoria had a break off tour. And it was the time when it was mental and their house in Worsley was based on a road, so it was just like photographers everywhere. So they moved into my house for 2 weeks. And he cooks. Yeah,
Is he a good cook?
Very good. He cooks. Yeah,
Is he meticulous? Is he?
Yeah. He likes cooking. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It happened.
This is a strange one. So it says, did you used to travel around with your own bowl, spoon, Weetabix, and Jaffa cakes?
On a Friday.
Firstly, say yes or no.
Yes.
You're weird. Right.
So basically, on a Friday, the pattern was you had breakfast in the morning, you had lunch after training, and then you'd have a midpoint between dinner. Because we had dinner then, we moved to dinner because we were posh when we played at United. You moved to 7 o'clock when you get to the hotel, 7:30. So there's a big gap between 12:30, 1 o'clock having your lunch and your dinner at 7:30. So we at 4 o'clock, day before a game, I had to have.
Have you got it? Yeah, right.
Because I'm still trying to think. So is this when you're having your tea? I'm serious. So because if you...
No. So basically, when you're younger and you're growing up in Bury,
Right.
you basically had tea at 5 o'clock. Once you went to United and you start playing for the first team, you have lunch at 1 and you move your dinner to 7 in the evening night before a game. Obviously, because we stayed in the hotel, didn't we, every night before a game, home and away. So we had dinner at 7:30 in the hotel. So this 4 o'clock midpoint, if we were travelling on a train, obviously a train, they're not going to bring my midpoint snack. So literally, me and Phil, they'd have milk on the train, obviously for the coffee and the teas. We'd bring our Weetabix, we'd bring our bowl, we'd have our spoon, and we'd have our Weetabix there with 3 Jaffa cakes.
You know something? I swear, if I was
There you
in...
Is it?
If I go...
Did your mum used to leave your breakfast out the night before?
She would do, yeah. When we lived at home, we were young, yeah.
Him and Phil.
When we were playing for United, we lived at home till we were probably like 19. Yeah, you'd have
You know something? I'd swear, I'd love to have been...
A fly on the wall.
No. Just being in the dressing room with you and Phil. I know.
To abuse us.
Not even to abuse. The entertainment off of you two just watching. Like you're saying, they used to do the feet stuff.
Did you ever do the feet on the train? Quick feet?
So basically, what we do on the train, in the alleyway on the train, what you do, let's say that's the alleyway, you do over the gate, you know what I mean, to make sure you just loosen your hips up. You know what I mean? You just literally stand up every half an hour, 20 minutes.
What, you and Phil?
Yeah, just...
Would you say something like, come on, Phil, let's do the stretches?
Yeah, because you sat there for 2 or 3 hours, sat down. It's not good for you.
Would Phil ever say to you, come on, go, we better do our stretches?
No, it wasn't
Do you know
like
what,
that.
Righty? We used to sit there, look at him, and
So
say,
what?
look at these dickheads.
I love, Gal, I love the repetition of it.
Yeah.
I could
But why would you sit? And if you sit on a plane, don't sit on a plane for 6 hours or 3 hours. Get up, have a walk around, have a stretch, move yourself. It's not good for you. And particularly if you're an athlete.
Right. Okay, last one, Gal. Right. Is it true that one day you want to become the mayor of Manchester?
That is not true.
Is it not true, Gal?
No.
I can see it.
It definitely isn't true.
Why
I
not?
don't want to become the mayor of Manchester. No. Because if I did, I would publicly declare and go for it, wouldn't I? Why would I not go?
Where's
for
that come from then?
It's just a suggestion that, because I sometimes speak politically, that basically this idea I want to get into politics, which I don't, and I certainly don't want to be the mayor of Manchester.
There's no money in it. Do you get paid? What would you get if you're the mayor?
You do get paid.
You won't get
yeah.
paid a lot from there, though.
I mean, I don't know what you do get paid, actually. It'll be publicly available, I'm sure. But...
Did someone find out?
Can someone... I find out. Someone type in, please, what the mayor of Manchester gets paid. It will be a public...
You don't need to be the mayor. You own every building in Manchester.
No, just to be fair, I don't want to go into politics. I think I'd get stuck and just be like, it'd be a waste of time. 110,000 the mayor gets, I'm being told.
A week. Not bad. Jesus.
He's on 5 million a year.
Great money.
Great money.
So, did we enjoy MythBusters?
I did like
it was
MythBusters.
good, yeah. Once we
know?
got to the tea time stuff and...
No. You got to understand from...
I do understand.
Do you understand about the tea
absolutely,
stuff?
100%.
But when do you eat? When did you eat? Sorry, not now, because we all eat probably similar now. Yeah. When did you eat? When you were a kid, when did you eat?
Sob story coming up. Get ready, everybody. Get the handkerchiefs ready.
No, we'd have some like cornflakes and that. You'd have lunch at school.
Yeah?
And
Same as me.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have tea.
But you get home from school and you're starving. You're not eating for 4.5, 5 hours.
Yeah, then we'd eat at like 6 or 7. That's what we do. That's when we never had tea. Ask black people about tea. They say, what? I don't want tea. I don't drink tea. That's what they'll say. I won't know it's a whole meal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I used to hear my man them used to say, I can't. You coming out, Dave? No, I've got to go and have my tea. I've got to have my tea. How long's that take? I didn't even realise it was a whole meal. So, you know, it's just something that I have a tea now.
Yeah, but you'd have had tea, wouldn't you, at 5 o'clock? And you'd had tea in Ireland, wouldn't you, at 5 o'clock? And you got up from school.
But that would be... You wouldn't then eat again at 7. You might get tea and toast or cereal later.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have a chippy.
You wouldn't have a chippy then.
No. So then
unless
that
it was
tea...
Friday or Saturday evening, you get a treat of a chip.
So if that's the case, then that tea, if you're not going to eat anything up, then that's dinner.
But chips were 22p. Chips were 22p. That's what. So basically, that's chips with.
Yeah, it was cheap. You mean
cheap
dinner?
You know what I mean? It's like a cheap supper. You know what I mean? It's like 22p. I don't go to Chippy anymore because I don't want to eat chips in Chippies anymore. I have chips at home.
Oh, you won't be able to go and soon as the mayor of Manchester. You can't
Why wouldn't you want? Yeah, but your chips won't taste as good as the Chippies chips.
No, but I have like.
You can do them in that air fryer now. You can do all kinds. I'm telling you, mate.
He still buys from the Italian restaurant. You get the Italian restaurant.
What was the thing that you George Foreman grilling on an air fryer?
Oh, mate, have you used the air fryer?
Yeah, I love the air fryer, bro.
Have you used it?
No, I've got one. I've seen one.
You can throw anything in there.
Anything in the air fryer.
Yeah, anything.
But what is it?
An air fryer.
Air that fries. So you don't use oil, basically?
No. You just put that kind of grease paper in.
So what does it do? Does it
You're not sure there, are you?
Does it blow? It's like a microwave.
Yeah.
No, it's basically oven, but smaller version and easier. So you can do a full cooked chicken in there.
Yeah.
Don't mention
An
chicken.
air fryer.
Don't mention chicken to write it.
Right up the tree.
That's what I was going to think him, because I love chicken. You know what I mean? But I was going to have a go.
chicken tonight, actually.
Yeah, you feel like a bit chicken? Don't forget the sizzling sauce.
Can you put that accent on again for us one last time?
Beautiful, yeah.
I can't remember what it was. How did it start? I can't remember how it started, that advert. But
How many takes when you're doing that dance? And obviously everyone was laughing.
no, but the dance was something that at the end.
Yeah, of course, I know that.
You know, at the end they just said, just go across singing, I feel like chicken tonight. Like chicken tonight? Right, but it was sizzle and stir. It was that.
Me and Phil would have been
And
great
this
on
is-
that advert. You open down the train.
And don't get our new masala sauce, chicken, sizzle and stir. By whoever it was from. And, you know, I had to learn that voice from the lady, and it was good fun to do. It was great fun to do.
Well done.
Well done, man.
You know what I mean?
Well done. Well done. Well done. Well
I
done.
thought you were saying just well done for that.
Well done. I don't like the afternoon shooting, do you?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it. I feel more relaxed.
Yeah.
It throws my cheeks out. I'm gonna miss my tea now.